All right, hello everyone. I wanted to go over some AFK methods. I'm sorry, away from keyboard. Um, I noticed right after the new Chop Shop DLC that I could no longer go to the LS car meet, just borrow one of the cars, park it up on the ramp, and then walk away for 8 hours. It would time me out after like 10 or 15 minutes. I'd get booted. So I believe that one's been patched, and as far as I know, I think some of the ones possibly watching cameras in the nightclub may have been patched too. I'll be honest, I normally didn't try that one, so I don't know if those work or not. But I do have a couple of other methods that still do work, so I've had to change what I normally do. One of those methods, and I guess I am in a public lobby, which normally I wouldn't want to be, but I can go ahead and do this anyway. But I could just walk right up here to my business. This is my CEO office, and just not enter. Yeah, I don't believe in this case you really need to even have the garage. You do need to have a CEO office. Looks like there's a couple other people already in here. But normally I do this in an invite only session. I will go into an invite only and just walk up to the office, walk up to the cone and the bluish greenish cone, whatever color that was. I just not enter the actual office, not enter my garage, stay right here. And I've been able to do this for like 8 hours at a time without any problem. All right, I don't believe you need to have the penthouse for this, but you do need to have an option when you come in to the nightclub to either go in the casino or you need to have an option, which I think this is true for any of the businesses. So if you just stay at that screen and not actually enter, you could probably stay there AFK. One of the other things you can do is if you are inside of the casino, you can actually go over to the you actually just go over to the inside track and you just sit down at one of the chairs. Just make sure you don't place the bet and you don't leave. So you have an A or a B. On my case, I'm using the Xbox controller. I just don't place a bet, and I've been able to sit here for hours at a time and let this work. This is another good AFK method. All right, another quick one. A lot of people don't have the facility, so I don't know how useful this is. But if you do happen to have a facility, I'm not talking about the bunker, but the facility, and you have the orbital cannon, you can actually go to the orbital cannon room and bring up the screen. All right, so with that orbital cannon screen, you can sit there for hours as well. That's another useful method, but it only helps you if you've got that facility and the orbital cannon. Okay, here's another one I want to try. This is outside of my nightclub garage entrance, and I know that when I walk up to this cone, I should have options here for either entering the nightclub, entering the basement, and so on. Terabyte garage, service entrance. I'm thinking that this one may work for any business where you have options, kind of like with the CEO office. So if you have a nightclub business, um, This one I believe will work. I'm going to set a timer and see what happens, and we'll come back. All right. Well, it looks for me anyhow, this one worked as well. Um, so yeah, there's lots of different things you can do. See there, I'm going to get kicked. But while I was up here in this, I was good. So that's interesting. It went right to that as soon as I left. But one of the other things I see a lot of people do, and normally I would go inside some area, but you can actually have one of the joysticks. Typically, what I'll do here is I'll have try to get it to. I got to walk in a circular motion. First, you want to have a big enough area to do this properly. On my Xbox controller, I'll have the left joystick up and the right joystick facing down, and just turn the controller upside down, set it on itself. It works great unless you got a dog or a cat, or it gets bumped and it gets knocked out of position. But you can actually just keep walking in circles like this. I don't recommend doing it out in the middle of the road, but you get the idea. That is another way you can go AFK.